To my countrymen, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments. My father, let my country awake. Rabindranath Tagore. All through this book, I have spoken about the power of the imagination. It lies at the heart of the creative process and is the very substance of life, allied as it is to the power to attract to us what we most desire. This power makes all the difference between the winners and the losers. I would like to see in 20 years a literate and poverty-free India. I dream of an India governed by noble leaders. I dream of a system where the work of scientists and technologists is focused on specific missions, driven by goals relevant to the common man. How is this dream to be made real? We need to realize that missions are always bigger than organizations, just as organizations are always bigger than the individuals who run them. Missions need effort, and the mind provides the purpose. Seen this way, consider, which department or ministry will take man to Mars and build a habitat there? Can 200,000 MW of electric power be generated by isolated efforts in thermal, hydroelectric, nuclear, and non-conventional sectors without an integrated effort? Can the second green revolution happen without agricultural scientists, biotechnologists, and irrigation experts working together? Without proper diagnostic facilities in clinics and affordable drugs reaching our masses, our biotechnology laboratories and medical councils will continue to perpetuate each other's survival without serving the purpose of their existence. To set in place the most advanced medical facilities and make these available to the people at reasonable prices. I have dwelt upon my own experiences that made me aware of the energy field, which is created by a vision. It is a power that arises from deep within you. This power is the basis for the movement towards excellence we saw at the time of independence. I have been touched by this power on many occasions while facing a challenge. Pre-independence India reverberated with it. It helped us humble a mighty empire. Jamshedji Nusarwanji Tata brought the steel industry to India, even though the British rulers were not favorably disposed to the idea. Acharya P.C. Ray nurtured the chemical and pharmaceutical industries. We saw the birth of many great institutions like the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, started by J.N. Tata, the Banaras Hindu University, established by Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya, and Aligarh Muslim University set up by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Some of the progressive Maharajas too set up universities, as in Baroda. There are many examples. In all these cases, the motivation was to see India come up in the world, to demonstrate that India can do it. Are we in a position to continue that work, revive that spirit of enterprise? Shall we ever see cars designed and manufactured in India, dotting the roads in Frankfurt or Seoul, or Indian satellite launch vehicles place communication, weather, and remote sensing satellites of other nations in orbit? Or see India build power stations for the USA, Japan, and China? The possibility will remain remote if we stay with the present trend of low aim. Today, we are witnessing good progress in the software sector, but almost all of the hardware is imported. Can we rise higher on the value scale there? Can India design an operating system that will become a household name in the world of computers? Our exports consist to a large extent of low-value raw materials such as iron ore and alumina. Can we not convert these into a wide range of products that find an international market? We have hundreds of defense production industries, but why does India not manufacture and market the main battle tank, missiles, aircraft, guns, and other defense equipment? We have the most important core competence in the form of our multifaceted manpower and basic infrastructure. What is that we don't have? Let us think what prevents us in undertaking such challenges. We have to analyze how we can give a new dimension to our style of functioning by cutting across the individual interests of various ministries and even industries and institutions to follow an integrated action plan. The motive force has to be love for the country. We need a vision that is shared by the entire nation. In the drive for development, some states are faring better than others in the country. Bright young entrepreneurs have energized the national technology scene. Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, and Hyderabad are hubs of business activity. But even though the IT sector is a very visible area of success and has brought in some capital investment in terms of overall development, this is not enough. Even if you take up the IT area as a mission, manpower is the most important need. Those living away from the cities must also have access to a good education to join the talent pool. And this should happen fast. My visits to the northeastern states, Tripura and Assam and to Jharkhand showed me our untapped potential. Tripura's economy rests on forest products, including bamboo cultivation. It is rich in mineral wealth, as also in natural gas. But the transport facilities are in bad shape. It is difficult to travel, interact, and organize business. There is isolation. In Jharkhand, too, there is mineral wealth besides its resources in terms of forestry products and handicrafts, all of which need to be developed. In Assam, there is no shortage of resources, and the state has good educational infrastructure. All the ingredients required for a developed economy are there, but there is insurgency and unrest among people. A focused mission will integrate people. States such as Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab, and Karnataka have made me realize that much can be achieved once efforts are made to channel development funds for improvement in areas such as education and health. These and other states can become good examples of economic development. Our intellectual forums, political platforms, academic institutions, and chambers of commerce are full of discussion and debate. There is noise, a lot of it in fact. There are endless debates, arguments, hypotheses, and theories, and yet there is little progress. However, the theme of a developed India is not discussed in boardrooms and technology conferences. I want all of us institutions, political parties, industries, communities, families, individuals, at every level to take full responsibility for what is good or bad in our situation, for what we possess and that which we do not. This would mean that we stop blaming others for the circumstances we find ourselves in. Taking responsibility also means a willingness to exercise our abilities to the fullest. This will make us worthy of enjoying the benefits that come with effort. What I have tried to tell you in this book is that we must be aware of our higher self and view ourselves as citizens of a developed nation. We are a great civilization, and each one of us born here must trust in the wisdom of this civilization. Our scriptures tell us that there is no barrier between us and the world, that we are the world just as the world is in us. It is for you to put yourself in tune with the music of the universe. There are a few points I would like to mention. The needs of a nation's people are bigger and much more important than any other considerations. The mission of Parliament is that it has to be alive and dynamic over issues vital to the existence of our very nationhood. Our freedom did not come as a gift. The whole country struggled for decades to achieve the first vision of independence, so we have to protect it. There were excellent leaders in all walks of life, science, education, and industry. To preserve this freedom from intruders and others who would compromise it is our bounden duty and not a matter of choice and convenience. No ideology is above the security and prosperity of our country. No agenda is more important than harmony among the people. Students should get ready to transform India into a developed nation. Ignite your minds and think big. A teacher once said, "Give me a 5-year-old child. After 7 years, no god or devil will be able to change the child." Will all teachers be such gurus? The administrators have a great opportunity to link the people and political leaders. They should always take decisions that are good for the people. I believe it is only executives like empowered district collectors who can assist transformation. The State Central Integrated Fund has to be deployed in mission mode programs. 50 years after independence, the results of scientific effort have not reached the people to the extent required. It is time the advances in science and technology are deployed in a big way to transform rural life. Global competition is on, be it WTO, competition from multinationals, or China. For industrialists, competing with high-performance and cost-effective products will result in growth for the industry. Competitiveness and innovation are the two pillars of industrial growth. Industries, by working together, can generate multinational institutions, reversing the present trend. The IT community, by its innovativeness, has given India stature in the world. India is a competitive nation in IT today. IT must be used for healthcare, telemedicine, to remove illiteracy, generate skills, and for e-governance and teleeducation. Transform the nation into a knowledge society with IT as the linking tool. Finally, the farmers have given this country surplus food with their sweat. Time has come for two events to take place in agriculture sector. 1. The value addition of all agriculture products. The second is to improve the quality of agriculture products and compete in the world market. Above all, marketing itself is a great business tool. We have to create a new cadre for this purpose. These steps will bring relief to the farmers. And to God the Almighty, make my people sweat. Let their toil create many more Agnes that can annihilate evil. Let my country prosper in peace. Let my people live in harmony. Let me go to dust as a proud citizen of India, to rise again and rejoice in its glory. Epilogue. I was thinking what can summarize the book aptly. I recall reading a story on the internet about a conversation between two babies, ego and spirit while in the womb. Spirit says to ego, I know you are going to find this hard to accept, but I believe there is life after birth. Ego responds, don't be foolish. Look around you. This is all there is. Why must you always be thinking about something beyond this reality? Accept your lot in life. Spirit quietens down for a while, but not for long. Ego, now don't get angry, but I also believe that there is a mother. A mother? Ego laughs. How can you say that? You've never seen a mother. You don't know what mother is. Why can't you accept that this is all there is? You are here alone with me. This is your reality. Ego, Spirit begs, please listen. What about those constant pressures we both feel? Those movements that make us so uncomfortable sometimes, the feeling that we are being squeezed in as we grow? I think we shall soon have a new life, that we shall see light. Ego replies, you have never seen light. How do you know what it is? These pressures and darkness is what life is about. Spirit tries not to bother ego again, but cannot resist one last try. Ego, she says, I will not bother you again. But I do believe that after all this discomfort, not only shall we see light, but also experience the bliss of meeting Mother. Ego's reply is, of course, that Spirit is truly mad. What I want to tell the people of my country through this book is that they must never be content with that which has been presented to them in the last 50 years since our independence. When I was on the verge of completing this book, somebody raised a very important point with me. While addressing 1,500 students at Presidency College, Chennai, on the theme Nation Has to Have Vision, a series of questions came from the students on national development, political leadership, science and technology's contribution, education, and the learning process, and so on. After the session, coming out of the auditorium, a visibly happy gathering of students was trying to reach me to shake hands. While I was maneuvering to leave, suddenly one young student pushed through the crowd and thrust a crumpled paper in my hand. I put it in my pocket and read it in the car. My mind got elevated with the power of the message from T. Saravanan, doing M.Phil Zoology at Presidency College. I would like to share it with all of you. The letter read, Dear Sir, the full power of a banyan tree is equal to the power in the seeds of the tree. In a way, both of us, you and me, are the same, but we exhibit our talents in different forms. A few of the seeds directly flourish as banyan trees and many seeds die. Sometimes the seeds, due to certain circumstances and environmental conditions, get damaged and become part of the soil as manure, making the next generation stronger and more powerful, thus exhibiting its aim of achieving greater heights. You have worked for the country and helped many scientists, engineers, and knowledge workers. Can you tell me how you ensured that their abilities were not wasted or their growth was not stunted prematurely as some of the seed? In this service, what is the percentage of success you can claim? My reply the same day said, Dear Saravanan, I have read and reread your powerful message and question many times. I spent 20 years in ISRO and 20 years in DRDO making rockets, launch vehicles, and missiles. I have seen many successes and also a few failures. I have worked with many scientists, engineers, and technicians as united teams to achieve goals in a short time. The combined power of the team has seen those successes and learnt from the failures. I could see some of my team members excelling me in knowledge indeed. This gave me immense happiness. Saravanan's message gives all of us a tremendous responsibility. Leaders must ensure that the younger generation is better than them and not subject them to circumstances that will stunt their growth. Above all, protection of the young from failures in scientific developments and constant encouragement are essential to ensure that scientists, technologists, or those working in any field grow and work for the nation. I would like to conclude this book with an answer to one last question, asked of me on ID. The question was, "What prayer did you say on this occasion?" I replied, "Apart from praying for the health and happiness of my teachers, friends, and relatives, I said this prayer. O Almighty, create thoughts and actions in the minds of the people of my nation so that they live united. Help all religious leaders of my country give strength to the people to combat the forces of division. Embed the thought, nation is bigger than the individual, in the minds of the leaders and people. Oh God, bless my people to work and transform the country into a prosperous nation soon." I have conveyed the message overleaf to nearly 40,000 school children in Chennai, Porbandar, Rajkot, Jamshedpur, Bhubaneswar, Dindigul, Abu Road, Anand, Udaipur, and many other places so far. I hope to reach 100,000 young minds before August 2003. When thousands recite this, I see the developed India. Song of Youth. Me and my nation India. As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, I realize small aim is a crime. I will work and sweat for a great vision, the vision of transforming India into a developed nation powered by economic strength with value system. I am one of the citizens of a billion. Only the vision will ignite the billion souls. It has entered into me the ignited soul compared to any resource is the most powerful resource on the earth, above the earth, and under the earth. I will keep the lamp of knowledge burning to achieve the vision. Developed India.